Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks in a large part to our pals at the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. We've got two dedications for this rundown. Zethis Thorne and Vezi PhD. You both asked, and you both get this episode of the rundown. It looks like the Toys to Life game LEGO Dimensions might soon be lying in pieces all over the floor. Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment has reportedly ended support for the game and canceled plans for future content. That's according to Eurogamer, which cites unnamed sources at the company that claim they've scrapped their plans for the game and are disassembling it due to poor sales. LEGO Dimensions launched in 2015 and was originally supposed to get 3 years worth of new content and toys, but after the most recent sets were released last month, Warner Bros. Has failed to announce anything new. If they really aren't going to release more content, this is just the latest setback for the Toys to Life genre. Last year, Disney abruptly ended support for their Toys to Life game Disney Infinity and shut down developer Avalanche Software, which was soon bought by, guess who? Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. It's unclear what this news about LEGO Dimensions means for all the studios that have been working on the game. Keep in mind that no official announcements about the death of LEGO Dimensions have been made by Warner Bros., and you know we'll keep you up to date on the latest regarding the game. The makers of Destiny 2 are going through some trial and error with one of the game's biggest features. Bungie has announced that they're postponing the game's Trials of the Nine multiplayer events for the next 2 weeks. Trials of the Nine are basically timed PvP events where teams of 4 players compete against each other to win special prizes. They usually take place every weekend, but Bungie won't be holding them this weekend or next due to unexpected glitches. Specifically, they want to remove a glitch that allows players to exploit one of the game's character emotes in order to run through solid walls, which obviously gives them an unfair advantage. Hopefully they fix it soon. Trials of the Nine is one of Destiny 2's most popular features, and it couldn't be offline at a worse time. The PC version of the game arrives on Tuesday, so it won't be available to all those new players. Trials of the Nine is slated to return on Friday, November 3rd, and we'll let you know if new intel comes in. Bothan spies have uncovered some new information about EA's troubled and now completely retooled Star Wars game. Earlier this week, EA announced that they're shutting down Visceral Games and moving the studio's Star Wars project over to another team at EA Canada in Vancouver. They're also completely retooling the game, turning it from a single-player linear experience to a more broad Destiny-style adventure. Now we have a better idea of what the game might have been. Screenwriter Todd Stashwick, who was writing the game alongside director Amy Hennig, has taken to Twitter to tell fans what the game was shaping up to be. He says that, for the record, the game would have been beautiful, amazing, fun, and funny. This seems to indicate that it would have had the same kind of humor found in the Uncharted series, which Amy Hennig directed before moving to EA. Todd Stashwick adds that working on the game was a singular ride with talented and passionate folks who were making something great. That makes it all the more disappointing that we'll never get to play it in its originally intended form, and it's unclear how much of Stashwick's work will remain intact after the retooling. It also seems unlikely that Stashwick is still involved in the project if he's speaking about it publicly, but we're still waiting to find out if Amy Hennig is still involved. The new game, whatever it ends up being, will arrive sometime after 2019. The Spider-Man villain Venom might not be such a bad guy in his first solo movie. New details about the slimy Spidey spin-off have come oozing in. The film is rumored to be based primarily on the comic series Venom: Lethal Protector, which portrays Venom as more of an anti-hero than a villain. The series, which ran for 6 issues in the early 90s, sees the Eddie Brock version of the character set aside his differences with Spider-Man so that they can join forces and take on even greater foes. If the movie is based on the series, it would be a very different kind of Venom than most audiences are used to seeing in other Spider-Man adaptations. This also raises the question of who will be playing Spider-Man. The Venom movie is being made by Sony and isn't part of the shared Marvel Cinematic Universe, so it seems doubtful that the new Spider-Man actor Tom Holland will appear. I guess the lawyers will have to figure that one out. Venom himself will be played by Tom Hardy. Shooting begins soon, and the final film will hit theaters a year from now. Interested? The makers of Dawn of War 3 have a strategy to help make the game more popular. Relic Entertainment has released the latest free update for the Warhammer 40k title. The update is called Endless War and gives players 3 new elite heroes, 3 new maps, and 5 new character skins, as well as something a bit more interesting. It gives players new custom match options that will allow them to toggle on or off different aspects of the game, including the new Doctrine system. Turning this off will make the game play more like the classic Dawn of War titles, which should make longtime fans very happy. When Dawn of War 3 launched earlier this year, many complained that it had more in common with a modern-day MOBA game rather than a classic RTS, and Relic has been trying to win those players back with tweaks and updates ever since. Expect more new content for Dawn of War 3 soon. As for what's next from Relic, they're currently working on Age of Empires 4, which was announced earlier this summer. It doesn't have a release window yet. That's it for the rundown. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again on Monday with a brand new episode for you. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more about game design, visit our friends at VFS.edu. And you know we've got a ton of content for you to check out this weekend. Please do that. And if you dig it, hit that subscribe button and that little bell as well.